यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जो यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावताम् वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। श्रीराम जय राम ॐ 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 जय जय राम ॐ जय राम ॐ। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। We were seeing the portion of Bharatji he starts continuing his journey to meet Bhagavan. Many Mahatmas, they have drawn many symbolisms of this journey. The main symbolism is, this is a bhakta going towards Ishvara, a devotee going towards Bhagavan. How that journey is, that is the journey of Bharatji. But the beauty is, Bharatji doesn't go just by himself. He is taking all Ayodhyavasis along with him. So it's a very unique journey of a devotee where he is taking other sadhakas along. What kind of sadhakas were there? There were some who were traveling by elephants. There were some who were traveling by horses. Some of them were in chariots, and some of them were walking. Bharatji himself was walking, and some were in palanquin. Different types of sadhakas. Bharatji is somebody who is taking everybody along. It is said, one definition, one quality of a saint is somebody who can take or embrace everybody. It's very nice in Hindi. They say, जो सबको मिलके चले वो संत, जो थोड़ों को लेके चले वो पंथ. Panth means different paths, very specific to a particular group of people. Everybody cannot come there. But Sant is somebody who can take everybody along. So these different animals, they represent different types of sadhakas. Those who have different mindset, different tendencies, taking everybody along on this journey to meet Bhagavan. That is our Bharatji. That's what he's doing. Even the animals, they have analyzed which animal represents which sadhana. The first one is elephant. Elephant, if you see, it has many characteristics. One of it is carefree. If elephant walks, it's not bothered about what is on the left and right. Even the walk of an elephant is considered to be a very majestic walk. And elephant, it has some interesting things that people do to it. In villages and all, if you see, elephant is coming, quickly we bow down. Many people bow down. But at the same time, many of the street dogs which are there, they will also go after it. So this Mahatma was saying that it's a very unique combination. On one hand, there is group of people bowing down. Another hand, those who are after this elephant. He said one represents stuti, another represents ninda. One represents praise, another represents criticism. This elephant represents jnana nishtha, abidance in knowledge, where this jnani is seeing this jagat as mithya. So for him, praise and insult both are the same. Just like that elephant, for whom the people bowing down and somebody chasing behind, both are the same. Like that, for a jnani, mana and apamana both are same. So there are some people who are going to meet Bhagwan Rama, those who are jnanis, means those who will appreciate jnana marga. And when we describe Lord Ganesha, all these symbolic features we describe. Elephant has big head and small eyes. Means Vishala Buddhi and Advaita Drishti. Very subtle thinking. That is this elephant. Horses, they represent those who are yogis. Because generally the word horses, they go with indriyas. Sense organs, they are horses. Sitting on these horses only, we go to different places. Sitting on the horse of eyes, we go to the city of forms. Sitting on the horse of nose, we go to the city of fragrance, smell. He says this city is called as Nagpur. Sitting on nose, you go. Sitting on the horse of ear, you go to Kanpur. Means the different objects which are available to the ear, one who has very well withdrawn. That person is a yogi. He is also walking towards the Lord. And Bharatji says, you also come. You want to sit on horse? You sit on horse. All of us will go together. So this is second sadhaka. First one was a jnana margi. Second one is a yogi who likes this kind of sense control. Then comes the one who is going on a palanquin. Palanquin one is bhakti. You just sit and go, don't have to do anything. Then the last one is who is going on ratha, chariot. The one who is going on chariot, that person is dharmarathi. One who is following dharma. He is the fourth kind of devotee. So Bharatji's uniqueness is he takes everybody along. That is the journey of a bhakta towards Bhagavan. Now while he was walking, while he was going, Indra Bhagavan felt insecure. He said, Bharatji is going with all this preparation. If he goes and convinces Bhagavan Rama, all our plan will fall apart. So he tells Brihaspati ji, do something by which Bharatji does not meet Bhagavan Rama. Brihaspati ji scolded him and he said, Mayapati is the Lord. Bhagavan is Mayapati. You cannot do Maya on his devotees. It is only going to backfire. You should understand what is the nature of the Lord and how he protects his devotees. Brihaspati ji very confidently says, I know what is Bhagavan's nature. If you insult Bhagavan, he says he doesn't mind. But if you insult his devotees, then with the wrath of Lord's anger, with that, this person who is insulted, he comes to face his wrath. This was 218th Doha. Two chaupais above it. Jo aparadu bhagata kar karai, Rama rosha pavaka sojarai. The one who does aparadha towards bhakta, he says that person faces the wrath of Bhagavan's anger. Lokahu beda bidita itihasa yaha mahima janahi durvasa. He says this particular nature of the Lord is very well known to Durvasa Rishi. because he had insulted Ambarish Raja. The story all of us know, right? Ekadashi day, Ambarish Raja is fasting and is about to break his fast. Durvasa Rishi comes. He says, I'll take a dip in the river and come. Until then, Ambarish Raja waits, but he had to break the fast at the right time. So he asks his ministers and his teachers who are there, this you just take a sip of water, do achamanam, that way you have broken your fast. At the same time, you have not eaten solid food, which would be a disrespect to the Muni. You told him that you will wait, you cannot eat before he comes. But right when he does achamanam, Durvasa Rishi comes. And then he gets angry at Ambarish Raja. At that time, Bhagwan Sudarshan Chakra goes after Durvasa Rishi. And in Bhagavatam, there is one line which comes, Durvasa Rishi runs everywhere. Goes to Brahmaji, goes to different places, Lord Shiva. Finally goes to Bhagwan Vishnu. And Bhagwan says, Aham Bhakta Paradhinaha. He says, this Sudarshan Chakra doesn't live under my control. This lives under the control of my devotees. So if you have insulted Ambarish Raja, you have to seek forgiveness from him only. That example, Brihaspatiji quotes here. He says, this secret of Bhagwan's nature is known by Durvasa Rishi. Bharata Sarisa ko Rama Sanehi, Jagu Japa Rama, Rama Japujehi. There is nobody who loves Bhagwan more than Bharatji. The whole world takes the name of Bhagwan Rama. Bhagwan Rama takes the name of Bharatji. This entire Bharat Charitra, the Phalashruti is given at the very end. It says whatever dosha a human being can have, starting from sorrow, feeling of smallness, heenata, and whatever conflicts might come in family, all of them go away if somebody can meditate upon Bharat Charitra. In particular, it is said, conflict between brothers. Two places it is given. One is in Bharat Charitra. Second one is in Srimad Bhagavatam. When it comes to the story of Prachetas, 10 brothers were there. The way they lived. The Phalashruti says, the one who meditates or reads that Charitra with lot of faith, that person is blessed with this result. Here also it will come in a few dohas. It says that is the greatness of Bharatji. Jagu Japa Rama, Rama Japujehi. Manahuna Anya Amarapati, Raghupara Bhagati Akaju. He says, O Indra, in your mind, don't bring these ideas of doing some harm to Bhagwan Rama's devotees. Ajasu Loka Paraloka Dukha, Dina Dina Soka Samaju. If you do this, we will drown in sorrow. Day by day, all of us will drown in sorrow. Don't have any of these plans. Now he continues. It's a very nice portion. Let us chant it. 218th Doha onwards. Sunu Suresh Upadesu Hamara, Rama hi sevaku param piyara, Manat sukhu sevak sevakai, Sevak bair bairu adhikai. Jadyapi samanahi ragan roshu, Gahina papa punu guna doshu, Karma pradhana biswa kari rakha, Jo jas karahi so tas phalu chakha, Tadapi karahi sama bishama bihara, Bhagat abhagat hridaya anusara. Aguna alepa amana ekaras, Ramu saguna bhai bhagat prema bas. Rama sada sevak ruchi rakhi, Veda Purana sadhu sura sakhi. Asajiya janita jahu kutilai, करहु भरत पद प्रीति सुहाए। राम भगत परहित निरत, पर दुख दुखी दयाल। भगत शिरोमणि भरत तै, जनि डर पहु सुरपाल। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Now Brihaspati ji is giving a specific advice. Sunu सुरेश उपदेशो हमारा. O Indra, listen to my advice. राम ही सेवकु परम प्यारा. A sevaka is very very dear to Bhagwan Rama. You see, slowly Brihaspati ji has switched the word Bhagata to Sevaka. Until now he was saying Bhagata, Bhagata, Bhagata. Now he has switched Bhagata to Sevaka. Means one who is a Sevaka is a devotee of the Lord. One who is devotee of the Lord, whatever he does is Seva. Both of it goes together. Manata Sukhu Sevaka Sevakai. If you serve the Sevaka of the Lord, in that Bhagwan feels happy. Sevaka Baira, Bairu Adhikai. But if you create enmity to the Sevaka, he says Bhagwan feels that enmity. There's a nice portion in Mahabharata. The day before the war, Dhritarashtra sends Sanjaya to the Pandavas' camp with some message in a way that they will get confused. They will make some more errors in their judgment. Some kind of message he gives to Sanjaya. And Sanjaya thinks when he goes there, he thinks that everybody will be anxious, trying to figure out how to strategize for the war. And what does he see? Arjuna sitting happily, Bhagwan Krishna lying down. Satyabhama is there, everybody is there, Bhagwan Krishna lying down. Before Sanjay can speak, before Sanjay says something, Bhagwan Krishna says, go and tell your king, the one who is Arjuna's friend is my friend. One who is Arjuna's enemy is my enemy. That is this line, Sevaka Baira Bairu Adhikai. The one who is enemy of Sevaka, Bhagwan says he becomes my enemy. Next chaupai is very important and a oft quoted chaupai. Jadyapi sama nahi ragana roshu. Although Bhagwan doesn't have any ragadvesha, no likes and dislikes, and he is sama, he is equanimous. Jadyapi sama nahi ragana roshu, gahahina papa punu guna doshu. He does not take papa, he does not take punya. You say, what is this new definition of Bhagwan? He said, this is from Nirguna standpoint. As pure consciousness, he doesn't take any sides. He is mere witness. As pure consciousness, he doesn't take any papa punya. That is his nature by himself. Bhagavad Gita, both these lines come. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyah asti na priyah. I am equanimous to everybody. I don't have any preferences. And the next part also comes. Gahayena papa puna guna doshu. 5th chapter. Bhagwan says, I don't take anybody's papa. I don't take anybody's punya. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu. As is pure consciousness, I don't take any papa punya. But as Saguna Brahma, when he takes a form or he appears as Bhagwan, he says at that time, whoever comes to me, that person benefits from my nature. that time I am not sama. If Bhakta has prayed to me, Bhakta has turned his mind to me, and there is somebody who is staying away from me, towards both of them I am not sama. The one who is my Bhakta, towards him I am partial. And the one who stayed away from him, from me, that person doesn't get my grace. Puja Guruji clarified this when he was covering this portion. He said, if somebody is not a devotee, doesn't mean Bhagwan will not give him oxygen. Whatever is available to everybody, he will still get. But the support that his mind needs, the anxiety that he goes through without devotion, that is something that he will go through because he didn't come closer to the Lord. But the one who seeks Bhagwan, he always feels he is never alone. He always feels there is some divine grace that is leading him, guiding him in his life. Karma pradhana biswakari rakha. How does Lord run this world? He runs it through karma. That's why he can go in yoga nidra. Bhagwan's creation runs in autopilot mode. Every jiva gives karma phala to other jiva. Every object gives karma phalas to jivas. In this way, the whole creation runs. Karma pradhana biswakari raka, jo jasa karai, so tasa phala chakha. Whatever action a person does, according to that action, he goes through the consequences or the results. Now, this particular line is a very beautiful chaupai. Karma word in Vedanta has a technical definition and a practical definition. Which one should we see first? That is a technical definition first. Whenever they make definitions, right, it's very precise. What is karma? According to Vedanta, it will say that action which is done with doership and which has vidhi nisheda. Do's and don'ts, injunctions are there. That particular action counts as karma. Means it will either give punya or it will give papa. That action which is done with doership, which has vidhi nisheda, injunctions, do's and don'ts according to Vedas. That particular action is called as karma. I'm just walking from here to there, mindlessly walking. That is called as kriya, movement. It is not karma. I will not get punya. But I have to make a conscious choice to walk and think about Bhagwan as the altar. That walking will give punya. It will become pradakshina. Pradakshina is also walking, but it is walking with a specific resolve, and there is vidhi nisheda. You cannot go counterclockwise. Clockwise only you have to go. So like that, karma is defined. Whatever is done with doership and it has vidhi nisheda, that is called as karma. Now this is a technical definition. What is the practical definition of karma? Practical definition is my response to a given situation is called karma. The way I respond to a given situation, that is my karma. Sometimes we feel what comes to me is my karma. Right? Sometimes in colloquial language they say, because of my karma I got this. That is karma phala. What is coming because of past karma is karma phala. The way I am responding to it right now, that is actually my current karma. So when it is said karma pradhana biswakari rakha, means this person is very mindful. How am I responding to my situations right now? Gurudev in one place he says, every day we should introspect. Every day we should introspect. And in introspection, mind itself is a subject of study. My own mind is my subject of study. And he says we should pay an honest look. It really pays. That's how he writes the quote. Honest look at our mind every single day really pays. But what is he introspecting? He's only introspecting this point, how did I respond? And as he introspects, he also keeps a metric. Did I respond as a bhakta? Or did my response slip into abhakta? Did I respond as a devotee of the Lord? Or did my response slip into abhakta? And if he notices it has slipped into abhakta, very quickly he prays to the Lord and starts thinking, how can I make it better? How can I make it better? That is his introspection. Two-step process. First is to introspect. And while introspecting, he is thinking, was my response as a bhakta? And if he notices something which was not as a bhakta, his next point is, how can I improve? And this, if he does it regularly, more or less same situations are going to come. The same kind of experiences are going to come. But what changes is his response. His response changes, this is going to come because his current karma is being tomorrow karma phala. Just as yesterday's karma brought today's phala, today's karma is bringing tomorrow's karma phala. In that way, he is able to build his life. In that way, he is able to make whatever he wants of his life. That is this line, karma pradana vishwakari rakha. Bhagavan says the key for your self-unfoldment is in our hands. But only thing is, he has to be very mindful of how this karma works. Evaluate carefully, identify responses, and make course correction. Now Indra must have asked, if everything runs based on karma, what is the point of Ishvara? What is Bhagavan doing here? He says karma is true, karma is powerful, but that is not the only thing. Karma is not the only thing. Along with that karma, he turns his mind towards the Lord. Along with that karma, he brings bhakti towards the Lord, so he can do his karma well. See, this point in Ishavasya also it was repeated. Karma and upasana have to be done together. A person who is doing karma should also hold on to upasana. That he is able to do. Karma pradhana vishwakari rakha, jo jasa karai so tasa phala chakha. According to his karma and upasana, slowly his life starts changing. Upasana also, we did not make it very complex term. Simple meaning of upasana is turning our mind towards the Lord. Turning our mind towards the Lord. For that we might take support of chanting. For that we might take support of puja. For that we might take support of Sandhya Vandanam. Whatever practice we are doing, he says it has to happen at least for a short time. If it is difficult to appreciate God as Antaryami, one who is seated within and pulling our mind within, he said, don't worry, call the Lord outside. Call Bhagwan outside. The main thing is we should call. Main thing is we should become Sanmukha to the Lord. Mahatmas, they have a unique way of defining things in a short phrase. So one Mahatma said, what is bhajan? Bhajan kya hai? Sanmukta ka naam bhajan hai. The process of turning the mind towards the Lord, that is bhajan. For that you take support of swara, tala, laya. All of them are upakari, supports. But final goal is mind should turn towards Bhagavan. When that happens, second line comes. Means the next chaupai. Tadapi karahi sama bishama bihara. The one who turns towards the Lord, Bhagavan doesn't hesitate to be partial towards them. Bhagata abhagata hridaya anusara. According to the heart of the devotee, Bhagavan appears as friend of one and enemy of the other. If not enemy, this person wonders where is God. But the one who calls to the Lord, calls out to Bhagavan, he has this conviction that God responds to his prayers. Not only responds, he feels presence of God all the time. He says this difference has come because of Hridaya, because of heart of the devotee. Nature of Bhagavan by himself is Sama. As pure consciousness is Sama, but when he becomes Antaryami, when he becomes Bhagavan along with conditioning, whoever calls, he goes and he is partial towards them. Aguna alepa amana ekarasa. In his own nature, how is he? Aguna, nirguna. Alepa, untouched by conditionings. Amana. Amana means no form, you cannot measure him. Mana means to measure. Ma means to measure. Amana means beyond any measurement. Ekarasa. Ekarasa means homogeneous. There is no bheda of jiva, sajiva and nirjiva in Bhagavan. We say, right, inert things and sentient things. In Bhagavan, there is no inert and sentient. Everything is ekarasa. Consciousness, everything ekarasa, there is no difference whatsoever. Ramu saguna bhaya bhagata pema basa. That same consciousness has become Ishvara, has become with form because of the love of the devotee's heart. He has taken a physical form because of the devotee's heart. This point Goswamiji has been consistently saying right from Balakanda. You don't get confused between Nirguna and Saguna. Nirguna alone becomes Saguna because of devotee's call. Manu and Shatrupaji called Bhagavan, Nirguna Bhagavan became Saguna. Like that, different people called upon the Lord. For them, Bhagavan took avatar. Rama Sada Sevaka Ruchi Rakhi. Bhagavan is somebody who always keeps the mind of a devotee. He is the first person to know what devotee wants. Bhishmacharya wanted to see Bhagavan before dying. He deluded Yudhishthira, took him to Bhishmacharya, gave him darshan. That is this line. Rama Sada Sevaka Ruchi Rakhi. One who always keeps the heart of devotees. Veda Purana Sadhu Surasaki. All Vedas, Puranas, they are the witness of this thing. Asajya Jani Tajahu Kutilai. O Indra, drop your deceit, knowing the nature of the Lord. Karahu Bharata Pada Priti Suhai. Go and develop love towards the feet of Bharatji. Where are you going to spoil his yatra? Instead, go and serve him. 219 Brihaspatiji says, what is the nature of a true bhakta? Whom can you call as true devotee? Rama Bhagata Parahita Nirata. First insignia of a devotee is always engrossed in doing good to others. Engrossed in thinking good about others. That is the first insignia. Paradukha Dukhi Dayala. One who feels sad looking at others' sorrow. para dukha dukhi, and also one who is compassionate. Dayala, bhagat siromani bharatate, jani darapahu surapala. He says there is no need to fear the shiromani amongst all bhaktas, the crest jewel amongst all devotees, Bharatji. You don't have to fear Bharatji. Means he is having all these qualities in the first line. Thinking well-being about others, feeling sorrow for others, and one who is compassionate. Is why are you afraid of such Bharatji? Next, Chopai, let us meet. सत्यसंध प्रभु सुरहितकारी भरत राम आयस अनुसारी स्वार्थ बिबस बिकल तुम हो भरत दोसु नहीं राउर मोहु सुनि सुर बर सुर गुर बर बानी भा प्रमोद मन मिटी गलानी बरषि प्रसून हरषि सुर राउ लगे सराहन भरत सुभाऊ एहि विधि भरत चले मग जाहि दशा देखि मुनि सिद्ध सिहाहि जब ही राम कही सारा मगत पे मुमन उपास द्रवहि बचन सुनि कुलिस पशाना पुरजन पे मुन जाई बखाना बीच बास करि जमुन ही आए निरखि नीरु लोचन जल छाए रघुबर बरन बिलोकि बर बारि समेत समाज होत मगन बारिधि बिरह चढ़े विवेक जहाज जमुन तीर तेहि दिन करि बासु भयउ समय सम सब ही सुपासु राति ही घाट घाट की तरनी आई अगणित जाहिन बरनी प्रात पार भय एक ही खेवा तोषे राम सखा की सेवा चले नहाई नदी सिर नाई साथ निषाद नाथ दो भाई आगे मुनि बर वाहन आछे राज समाज जाई सब पाछे तेहि पाछे दो बंधु पयादे भूषण बसन बेश सुठि सादे सेवक सुहृद सचिव सुत साथा सुमिरथ लखनु सिय रघुनाथ जह जह राम बास बेश्रामा तह तह करहि स प्रेम प्रणामा मगबासी नर नारि सुनी धाम काम तजि धाई देखि स्वरूप स्नेह सब मुदित जन्म फल पाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Now all this Brihaspati ji told Indra Bhagwan. Indra Bhagwan must have thought, Brihaspati ji, this is my main worry. He said, Bhagwan keeps sevaka ruchi rakhi. He keeps the interest word of devotee. If Bharat ji goes and asks for Bhagwan to come back, he will keep word of Bharat ji. Brihaspati ji says, you don't worry. Satya Sanda Prabhu Sura Hitakari. If Bhagwan has given you the word that he is going to protect all the devatas, why do you doubt he will go back on it? And at the same time, understand the nature of devotee also. Devotee will never ask a thing to put Bhagwan on the spot. Bharata Rama Ayasa Anusari. Bharatji is somebody who takes every step keeping in mind what will please the Lord. So you don't have to worry that something is going to go wrong. Nothing is going to go wrong. Don't have your plan in place now. Swarata bibasa bikala tumaho. You are getting anxious because you are swarathi, you are thinking about yourself. Bharata dosu nahi ravura moho. There is no fault in Bharatji. It's your own delusion which is pushing you to think in this way. Finally, Indra Bhagavan is convinced. Suni surabara suraguru barabani bha pramodu mana miti galani. Whatever doubts he had, everything is resolved. Very happy that his guru guided him at the right time. Barashi prasuna harashi surarao. Quickly he starts showering flowers. Lage sarahana bharata subhav. And starts telling everybody the greatness of Bharatji's swabhava. Ehi bidi bharata chale maga jahi. In this way, Bharatji continued his journey with all different types of sadhakas. Dasa deki muni siddha sihahi. This state of Bharatji is something that even great Rishi Munis, they cannot describe. In fact, when they look at it, they go in samadhi. Now this is Goswamiji's poetry. Many sadhakas do japa. And we take Bhagwan's name. But most of the times, mind goes here, mind goes there. Name is still going on. The epitome of Nama Japa is seen in Bharatji. When Bharatji took Bhagwan's name, what happened? Jabahi Ramu kahi lehi usasa. When Bharatji took Bhagwan's name, said Rama, Umagata pemu manahu chahu pasa. It looked as though there were waves of devotion around him. Suddenly a wave of devotion came and over the place. He says that is how people felt whenever Bharatji took Bhagwan's name. And it was drenched in so much love, stone and thunderbolt would melt listening to Bharatji. Dravahi bachana suni kulisa pashana. Kulisa means thunderbolt, pashana means stone. Even that melted listening to Rama Nama of Bharatji. Purajana pemuna jai bakana. The love that everybody felt is indescribable. Beecha basakari jamunahi aaye, nirakhi niru lochana jala chaye. Now all of them have come to the banks of Yamunaji, but looking at the water, which dark in color, all of them remembered Bhagavan. And they had tears in their eyes. Raghubara barana biloki bara bari sameta samaja. He says all of them are drowning in this ocean of separation from the Lord. But very quickly they climb on the boat of Viveka. Discrimination, discernment. They hold on to it and they say next day we are going to meet Bhagwan. We should not lose our hope at this time. Hota magana baridi viraha chade viveka jahaja. Now while going, they can very quickly cross over now. Nishad Raj has made all arrangements, all boats are there. In one go they cross entire Yamunaji. Jamuna Tiratahi Dinakari Basu. One night they stay there, in the banks of Yamunaji. Bhayo Samaya Sama Sabahi Supasu. All of them are looking for this opportune time to move forward now. Ratihi Ghata Ghata Ki Tarani Ai Aganita Jahina Banani. This is several boats our Nishad Raj has arranged, but that night all of them stayed well on the banks of Yamunaji. And everybody is pleased with the arrangement of Nishad Raj. Rama Sakha ki Toshe Rama Sakha ki Seva. Whatever arrangements he has done, everybody is pleased. Chale nahai nadi hisira nai sat Nishada nath do bhai. Along with Nishad Raj, all of them have crossed over, and now the two brothers, they are all ready to start. But who is going in the front? Aage munibara bahana aache. All good vehicles are going in the front, and in that all Rishi Munis are going. Raja Samaja Jai Sabu Pache. The entire Raja Samaja that is going behind, But in the good vehicles, all Munivaras, Vasishtha Maharshi is there, everybody else is going. Behind them are Bharatji and Shatrugnaji. Tehi panche do bandhu payade, bhushana basana, beshu suti sade. Very austere clothes, simple appearance. In that they are going to meet Bhagavan. Sevaka suhruda sachiva suta satha, sumirata lakhana siya raghunatha. Along with all sevakas, they are walking, but in their mind they are remembering the Lord. And this is the vidhi for Padayatra. Whenever they are doing Padayatra, in Mukh mein Rama, Man mein Sumiran, chanting the Lord's name and thinking about Bhagavan wherever this person is walking with a resolve. Jaha jaha Rama basa bishrama, taha taha kare saprema pranama. Wherever he comes to know that Bhagavan has stayed, there he bows down with lot of reverence. That has become a Tirtha Kshetra for him. Magabasi nara nari suni, dhama kama tajidhai. On the path, whoever heard that Bharatji is coming along with the whole Ayodhyavasis, they left all their work and ran to get Bharatji. See, this thing happens even when Bhagavan comes. When Bhagavan went to Mithila, same Chaupai had come there. Whatever work people were doing, they left everything and went to see Bhagavan. Here when Bharatji is coming, same thing. Everybody leaves whatever they're doing. I mean, the symbolic meaning of that is the main lakshya, main goal of all pursuit is Bhagavan. If he comes, he says, drop everything and first get him. See this point, gopis, they tell Bhagavan Krishna, Ras Leela, when all of them leave their work, come to meet Bhagavan. The first Upadesha Bhagavan gives to them is of Dharma. He says, you have to do your Dharma, you have to do this, you have to do that. And their one-line response is, Bhagavan, you tell me, what is the goal of Dharma? Bhagavan casually says, yes, goal of Dharma is Bhagavad Prapti. He says, what are we getting now? We are standing in front of you. Now don't tell us to go back to any other thing. I mean, this is just a symbolic way of saying pursuit should be wholehearted. Pursuit should be single-pointed. It is not saying to drop dharma. Huh? What it is saying is first drop adharma. First drop adharma, seek the Lord wholeheartedly. That is the goal of dharmic life. One who has lived a dharmic desire for Gwati increase in that person. Atmichaya Upanishadartha rasam pibandha. Dhanyashtakam, those people are blessed who have gotten this desire for Atma. Atma Ichha has come. They are blessed. Now next portion is a nice dialogue. We can just read it. All people on the way, they suddenly feel, what do they call, deja vu moment. Just now 2 people went, again 2 people have come. They look so similar. Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji we just saw. Have they come back again? They are thinking in their mind, who is this person who has come? Kahai sapema eka eka pahi. They are talking to each other. Rama Lakhanu Sakhi ho hi ki nahi. Hey Sakhi, is this Rama and Lakshmana who has come back now? One person says, looks like it is the same one. Baya, their age is similar. Naturally, right? All of them are born together. Bapu, their build is similar. Rupa or Barana means complexion, very similar. One was fair, one was dark. Rupa, their form is also similar. Soi Ali, looks like it is the same one. Seelu Saneha Sarisa Samachali. The way they walk, the way they have their personality, their character, everything is very similar. But there is one difference. Beshana Sosaki Siyana Sangha. Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji were dressed as a hermit. They were in Tapasvi Besha. These two are not dressed as Tapasvis yet. These two are not dressed as Tapasvi, and Sita ji is not with them. With Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji, Sita ji was there. With them, Sita ji is not there. And at the same time, there is an army with them. Aage ani chali chaturanga. Chaturangi Sena is there with them. This is the difference between Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji and these two. And there is some more difference. It says, Nahi prasanna mukha manasa kheda. When Bhagwan Rama came, he was cheerful. Lakshmanji was also cheerful. And their mind was pleasant. But these two, they look a little gloomy. Bharatji, he doesn't have prasannata on his expression, and looks like his mind is having some sorrow. Sakhi sandehu hoi ahi beta. Therefore, I think they are not Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji. Now another Sakhi is there. She is very happy. Some elderly Sakhi must be. She says, you are very smart. Whatever you concluded, it is very true. That is how it should be. Tehi sarahi bani pura puji boli madhura bachanatiya doji. This another Sakhi, she knew what had happened. She is speaking now. With lot of love, she says, this is not Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji. She narrates all the story that happened in the past. How Bhagwan was sent to the forest, everything she narrates. Then she says, Bharatahi Bahuri Sarahana Lagi. Praises Bharatji a lot. She is the one who has come now is not ordinary. He is the greatest devotee of the Lord. Because of him, all our bhagya has opened up. Sila Saneha Subhaya Subhagi. He says this person is, Bharatji's glory is such, he is an embodiment of Sila and love for God. You know, there is in Hindi, there is one very popular song, Ramaji ko manane chale, hamare Bharatji. It is from this chaupai. Chalata payade khat phala. How is Bharatji walking? How is Bharatji going? He is walking on foot. Going on foot, surviving with fruits and very austere life. Pita dini taji raju. Whatever kingdom father had given, that he has given up. And he is walking towards Bhagwan Rama. Jata manavana raghubarahi. He is going to convince Bhagwan Rama, Bharata sarisa ko aju. There is nobody who is like Bharatji. Then she says, how do I describe Bharatji? Bhayapa bhagati bharata acharano. The brotherhood of Bharatji, how he is towards his brother. Bhagati, his devotion towards Bhagwan Rama. And his conduct. Acharanam. Kahata sunata dukha dushana haranu. This is that Phalashruti. Huh? The one who sings the charitra. One who appreciates the charitra of Bharatji. What happens? Either he says or he listens. If he does that, dukha dushana haranu. His sorrow and dushana, whatever limitations might be there, they are taken away from his life. And in particular, the commentary and all that Mahatmas write, they say the family related conflicts, they go away with chanting of Bharata Charitra. One is here and second one is Srimad Bhagavatam, the Prachetas, 10 brothers, how they lived. That story you remember, right? Rudra Bhagwan comes, then they do the stuti of Rudra Bhagwan. That stuti is also beautiful. They say, Rudra Bhagwan says, what do you want? Bhagwan blesses such that Bhagwan considers us as his own. When Bhagwan thinks about his own people, include all of us in his list. what they ask. Those who revere Charitra and listen to it are blessed with these rites. Jo kahabat to Sakhi soye. Whatever I say is very little. Bharatji's Charitra is so deep, so vast. हम सब सानुज भरत ही देखे भयन धन्य जुगति जन लेखे. He says all of us are very blessed because we got darshan of Bharatji. Then suddenly they feel little bit of regret also. This is such a great soul, such a great devotee of the Lord. How was he born as Kaikeyi's son? Kaikeyi Janani Jogu Suta nahi. It was not appropriate that he had to be born as Kaikeyi's son. Now suddenly somebody else comes and says, don't worry, there is no fault of Kaikeyi. If she was not there, how would we get darshan of Bharatji? How would we get darshan of Bhagwan Rama? Whatever the Lord has done, he has done for a reason. Nothing is out of place. He is running this creation flawlessly. Then they say, look at us. We have so much of limitations. This we should always remember. It's a bhakta telling about himself. Whenever a bhakta looks at himself, all of his flaws, they come in front. See, this is one sign of pure mind. Whenever this person goes in front of a revered person, whatever limitations are there, all those limitations come in front. And they come in such a way, they get removed from us. Whatever we keep with us, stays with us. Whatever we express in the right way, that is taken away. So whenever such lines come in Ramcharitmanas, we should always remember it's a bhakta talking about himself. And in front of the Lord, he knows what is his sadhana. He knows what is his mind. Whatever enemies are inside, starting from kama, krodha, lobha, everything is there. In spite of this, if he feels he is making progress in spiritual life, he says, Bhagavan, this is your grace. So they say, look at us, we are of this kind. And we are getting darshan of Bhagavan, we got darshan of Bharatji. How great we are, how blessed we are. Basahi Kudesa Kugao Kubama. We are staying in the most lowest of the lowest place, lowest of the lowest surrounding. This is symbolic meaning of Deha Abhimana. It says thinking ourselves to be body, that is Kudesa. If somebody asks us, where do you live? Our natural answer is where our home is. If Mahatma asks us, we have to be careful. Because what we are telling is where this body lives. And what they really want to ask is, where is your aham buddhi? What do you consider as I? Is if I say, I is this body, that is this Kudesa. I should land in Bhagavan, I should land in Chaitanya. He says, in spite of this, we got to see this desert. In a desert land, wish-fulfilling tree has emerged. Like that in a person who has no qualifications, like us. They say, we got darshan of Bharatji. Bharatu darasu dekhata khulavu magalogana kara bhaga. Looking at Bharatji, our bhagya has opened up. Goswamiji sometimes gives very unique examples. Janu Singa Labasa Singala Basina Bhayahu Bidibasa Sulaba Prayaga. So if somebody is staying in Sri Lanka and they get to come to Prayagraj, you see how it is. means they could have never come there, but something happens by which they can easily come. Both these places come together. Like that, we could never have gotten darshan of Bhagwan. Suddenly, we are getting so much in our spiritual life. So now they are coming closer and closer to where Bhagwan is. In a few dohas, they are going to meet. But we are not going to meet for the next 2 weeks. Next Wednesday, 22nd, 15th next Wednesday, and 22nd, we will not have Ramcharitmanas. We will meet on 29th November. Okay. Thanksgiving. All of us have to get ready for the camp. Then the weekend after is the Thanksgiving camp. Aganita Gunagana Bhushana Rama, Ashrita Vatsala Jaya Jaya Rama, Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama, Apad Bandhava Jaya Jaya Rama, Dasharatha Nandana Shri Rama, Dashamukha Mardana Jaya Jaya Rama, Kausalya Sukhavardhana Rama, Kamita Phalada Jaya Jaya Rama, Papa Vimochana Shri Rama, Pathavi Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama, Jaya Raghu Rama, Jaya Sita Rama, Vanara Sevita Shri Rama, Varidhi Bandhana Jaya Jaya Rama, Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama, Patita Pavana Sita Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Syavara Ramachandra ki jai, Satgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope to see all of you on Diwali.